And it's up. Hmm. That'll work. Okay. I don't know. We'll move on. We'll not worry about the fog for now. It's okay. Okay, so the next big thing is when I go to sleep, we need to make all these changes. So right now I'm working on the user interface. And this little icon that tells you where to go, basically. But I don't want this to always be showing. I want to figure out how to trigger it. So this little diamond is going to be what steers the game. It's going to let you know where to go. So originally it was on this bell blueprint, but the problem I'm seeing with that is it's going to need to move. And I'm going to have to put it inside every object I put it in, and then the previous object is going to have to trigger the next object, so that's not a smart workflow. I think my current idea is create a blueprint that's just the icon that has world coordinates, and when it gets triggered, set a transform to the next location. So right now it's going to be over the bell. They're going to set it up over the bell. And we're going to turn it off in the bell. Kill that. Okay. Just make sure the bell is still working. Cool. So the bell still works, and we see the icon. So now we need to set up that trigger because we don't want to see it. I don't think we want to see it. From outside the motel. But that's pretty much the only time we don't want to see it. Not sure. Not sure what the solution is, but we'll figure it out. For now, I'm going to set up this trigger. Going to be pretty big. And that is going to trigger the visibility of set visible. I don't know if this will work. Doesn't look like it's working. Mm-mm-mm. It's frustrating. Is visible in ray trace what we used? I don't think it was. I think it was just set visible. It's actually gone. But now it doesn't come back. Maybe this isn't set to overlap. It is sending a signal. I don't think set visible and ray tracing is the right node. I just learned this stuff on YouTube, honestly. There's a lot of tutorials out there. Yeah. So I need to be able to turn this UI element invisible and visible. It's not working. So I had it working in here, and then I deleted it, which was kind of dumb. So I started learning in Blender, and a lot of the controls are similar in Unreal Engine. So I haven't really done too many Unreal Engine specific tutorials, but the Blender Guru is great for learning Blender. He's got a donut tutorial that kind of teaches you the basics of modeling and everything. Have you used Blender before? I think Blender's a good spot to start. It's free, it's open source, it can run on pretty much any computer. I used it to make the models for this. Some of the models I just got on the internet, like this chair and table, but this whole building I modeled in Blender, and the sign. So yeah, I would do the donut tutorial for Blender. That's pretty good. Do you have a GPU on your laptop? If you have a GPU like on a laptop, you're in a pretty good spot. You can get really far with just that, for sure. All right. So we see the icon, but I don't want to see it from outside. So I'm trying to set this box up so that only when you're in the box you see it, right? That's the thought process. So I had it working on here. I don't know why it stopped. Oh, and also, to be honest, for most of this game, I've just been talking to ChatGPT, and it has helped tremendously. It helped me figure out this icon stuff. You just ask it questions, and sometimes it makes stuff up, but most of the time it's pretty close. And if it gets something wrong, you just tell it, hey, that button doesn't exist, or that's not showing up, and then it'll correct itself usually. So that's been super helpful. Yeah. Component begin overlap. That didn't work for you? For this game? No. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do like I might just have the character have no arms and legs, you know, like I've played some first person games like that. Didn't bother me. Okay. That isn't working. Time to talk to chat. GPT. Uh, yeah, I have not. I'm just using the first person blueprint. Partly because I thought it would be easier for than doing third person. I have made walk cycles in Blender, but I've never tried to make it into a video game or anything. So we have this. Okay, so this is the problem. We got the wrong set visibility node, but I don't see the correct one showing up anymore. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to just keep at a steady pace and not lose that motivation to turn it into something real. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, that's weird. So it says to use set visibility, but it's not showing up down here. And I know I had it in here, just I was using it before. Well, is that it? Well, that looks like that's it. Well, why didn't it show up just a second ago? Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, that's what we need. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you know, they say even a bad game is better than a game you never make, right? You know, I gotta say the streaming, this is something I've never done before, and it really helps um, keep me focused. Because like when somebody's watching you, even if it's just one person watching you, now I actually have to work on the game. You know, I can't just sit on YouTube and doom scroll. I actually have to work on the game like I said I was going to. So that I recommend that if you wanna work on your game. I mean, you can see like I don't really know what I'm doing. There's no shame in trying to figure it out and other people just watching you as you're trying to work through a problem. Oh my God, that was it. I I've been typing set visible and it's set visibility. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. That was the difference. That was the difference maker. Yeah, it is more motivating. It keeps me accountable, right? Because now there's somebody else checking in to see like what I'm doing. I can't just it's like being in a study hall, you know? Like I loved study hall. It made me more productive in school because I actually would focus on my work, my homework and stuff. I hope this is the right node now. I'm not sure. Set visibility. Yeah, it looks like it. So I'm in the right thing. I have to call the interactive icon. There we go. Oh, target is widget. What am I missing? This is a widget. Why won't it let me call it? Oh, fun continues, you know. Back to ChatGPT. Set visibility. So what does it want me to do? Target widget component. Let's try. Widgets. Rendering. It said rendering. There we go. So hopefully this will work. Here we go. Dang. Sounds like you got a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, it might help that you have a laptop then. That might maybe you can find some time to just like pop your laptop open and just get 10 minutes in sometime somewhere. Okay. So on, off. That looks like it's correct. And then we need this to be off by default. And it's still there. Okay, maybe that's because we added it to the bell. Just delete that, delete that. Okay, so why are we seeing it? Now we're not. Okay. Moment of truth, right? Does it come on? It doesn't. Oh, it does. Look at that. There we go. Finally. So you come inside. I want to make that hitbox a little bit bigger so you hit it when you come right in the doors. Well, there we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a little too big. Thank you. First of many problems solved, right? Now I gotta just. I wonder why did it come back? What did we do? It worked for a second and now it's not working again. Oh. Dang. Oh, so this is the problem I had before, where when at game start, it shows up. I enter the volume, it shows up. I leave the volume, now it's gone. But it should be gone at game start. It shouldn't be visible, but it is. And I don't know why. 2 a.m. Man. What country are you in? What the heck? Why is it doing that? India. Pretty cool. I'm in America. Yeah. Damn, why damn? I wish I knew why this thing was doing that. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Yep, you were right. Yeah. Okay, this sounds like a made-up explanation, but we're gonna try it because it is set to not be visible at the start of the game. So I don't know why it's visible because you see here, visibility is off. Shouldn't be turning it on, but well, guess I'll do what ChatGPT says to do. Set it to off. Let's try again. And it's still there. Yeah. All right, this is really throwing me for a loop. Yes, so visible is unchecked, right? Here we have it. We look in here. Where is it? There it is. Visible is unchecked. Maybe I need to uncheck the default scene route too. Let's try that. Nope. Oh, a roadmap for game development. Well, this is like my first game I've ever made myself, so I just kind of dove right into it. Now I have been using Blender for like 7 years now, so I'm pretty good at modeling. I've been modeling, texturing, and doing a little bit of animation, but mostly modeling and texturing for a good while now. Um, so yeah, I don't really feel like I'm the best person to ask about game development because like what you're seeing right now, this is my level of knowledge. um, but I mean, I guess I would just say create a project and complete it. Um, so make it really simple. Like, have you made any games at all yet? Well, thank you. Yeah, so my environment knowledge comes from 7 years I've worked in Blender, so I have a lot of experience with that. So yeah, okay. So I can talk you through the environment. Um, so let me go into unlit so you can kind of see. So if you want to kind of learn how to create quick and dirty environments that are like custom made, Ian Hubert on YouTube is the guy to go to. He has some amazing tutorials. Let me see if I can just pull it up here and show you. Ian Hubert, he has these lazy tutorials. They're all like 1 minute, and there's just so much knowledge in here. So like specifically for environments, um, model and air conditioner. Um, where's his other ones? Modeling buildings in Blender. This is a great one. Um, basically, you start to watch any of these, you'll figure out his workflow. It's heavily image texture based, which is an amazing place to start because you can get really good results really quickly.
Building buildings.
Like,
Import a visas activate.
let's see where we go. I don't want to just like watch his whole video, but you can see here he starts with like an image, just an image of the side of a building, right? And he walks you through the tools of how to cut it up and make it three-dimensional like it is here, and then fix up the texturing. And I mean, look at that. Like that's a nice looking environment just created from an image that he then, you know, extrudes and manipulates. So that kind of methodology is not really what I used for this, but like this is just I made a model of a motel. I used a lot of reference images. So you see, oh, wrong thing. This is my little reference board. This is a software called PureRef, and it's free. At least when I got this, it was free, and it's awesome. You can just go on Google Images, just drag images into the software, and so you can see this is my reference images for the motel design. I just went on Google Images and just grabbed all the images that I found interesting. I was really inspired by this one As you can see, like with the roof, the way it hangs out was something I drew on for this. And the this building over here, I liked the windows on this one. So I took that, and then that's how, that's, these windows are literally just these. So reference is really important. Just gather a whole bunch of reference. And then in Ian Hubert's kind of style of how he works is very image texture based. So I could probably have created an even better looking model on the outside if I had taken one of these images and then modeled from the image like he does in this tutorial. Like if I had taken this one, for example, you can get a lot of details really quickly by using image textures, because it'll bring in the plan, it'll bring in the square now, and it'll all be flat, but a lot of the time you can get away with it. You can get away with it being flat, especially because of how dark this scene is. But the way I wanted to light this scene, I didn't think it was super important because you're not going to see any of that detail anyway. As far as the lighting goes, so the neon sign, also neon sign, he has a tutorial for neon sign, which I actually pulled up to make that one. Where is it? Right here, yeah, making neon signs in Blender. I mean, I made that sign in like 5 minutes. You can just take a text file, just take some text, and Blender has 3D tools. You can manipulate it and just follow his tutorial. You can figure it out. This ground texture, what makes it so shiny and bumpy, so there's a normal map. PBR textures is kind of the keyword you want to use. So physically based rendering textures. They have normal maps, which give it that bumpiness. So you can see it looks like it's bumpy, but there's actually no geometry there. That's from the normal map. And it's a low roughness. Let me see if I can just pull up the shader. Yeah, you can see the bumps. You can see that it's very shiny. What do we have here? This might have been one I imported from Blender. That's why it's the way it is. But you can come in here and manipulate these values, right? So the roughness, right? You can see if I disable this min-max roughness, now it's not shiny anymore, and it doesn't give the same look. It gives a very flat look. So I just came into this material and I just made the maximum roughness super low to give it that shine, to make it look like it's wet, like it's been raining, right? And that makes it look like it's been rained on. I have to figure out how to do glass in Unreal Engine because the material nodes are different than Blender. I'm pretty experienced with materials in Blender, but Unreal Engine is different, so I got to figure that out. Yeah, but so textures. This site is the best. So there's a site called polyhaven.com. All the resources on here are free. So all these textures, these are all PBR textures. You can see it's got a normal map. It's got is this a roughness map? An ambient occlusion map. It's got a displacement, a roughness. You really only need the diffusion, the normal, and the roughness. I don't know. I haven't used an ambient occlusion map, or I don't even know what this one is. But you can see it gives that dimension to the texture. So like a lot of the materials, I think the roof material for this I got from Polyhaven. So yeah, just come on here and like all of this stuff is free, and you can take it and import it to Unreal Engine. And now also in Unreal Engine, you have this thing called Fab, and you can search for free textures. So Quixel has a lot of free stuff. So if you set your price to free, and then I'll go on Quixel's page, and then you can search by materials and textures, and all of these are free. All of these. Well, no, never mind. They're 99 cents. Yes, I guess I gotta set the price again. Price to free. Yeah, all of these textures are free. I mean, look, there's 400 that are completely free. And I mean, these are nice textures, like, and you can use them to build a scene really quickly. I'll just give you an example. You get this rock texture, right? So all you have to do, you click Add to Project. Unreal Engine downloads it, imports it into the project, and then all I have to do is open the material and drag it onto an object. It's that simple. Now look, now there's a nice rock texture on the ground here. I mean, this one's kind of flat, but you know, you get the idea. So I mean, that's a really good way to build a nice environment really quickly. Back to solving these game problems. Yeah, Ian Hubert, definitely use him, use his tutorials, and Polyhaven, a really good site, and Fab. So, I don't know, this thing is infuriating me, so I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. Disappears, that's fine. So, we'll just let it. It's okay that it loads a game start for now. So the next thing I want to do is when I click this bell, I want that icon to disappear and move to the hotel room over here. Because you're going to come in here. Gosh darn, there's something wrong with the doors I got to get figured out. You come in here, and then you're going to sleep in the bed. And you see I created a little print, little text print here. So you can see I want the screen to fade to black. I want the light to move. I want the door to move, and I want the fade to screen, the screen to fade back to not. So yeah, so I don't want this door to be here from the start. I want this to move, right? So you come to this motel. Yeah, I am adding sounds. Yeah, some of them I recorded myself. So like out here, the rain. The rain I recorded myself. That is this ambient sound. And I need to add sounds to the doors. But the doors don't have any sounds right now. And I added the ding for the bell. But sound is really important, I'm learning, for atmosphere. Yeah, so you're going to open this door, and that door's going to have moved. And that's going to kind of be like the mystery of like, oh, what's what moved the door, right? So then we're going to come this way, go in here, and right now my idea is to kind of have it be like a security room with a bunch of security TVs. I don't know why this is the material that it is. Yeah, come back, man, for sure. I'd love to be able to share some knowledge. Yeah, so I'm working on the security room. This is the next thing I got to model. But more importantly, I want to figure out this user interface stuff first. Okay, so now it's gone. And now it's back. That is so weird. So if I spawn in the volume, what's there? Then it's gone, then it's back. So weird. All right, have a good night. All right, so let's see. We got the icon. It's set up as its own object. So when it gets, when the player presses E, I need it to move to the bed. Press E. So I got to take the input. Oh, not camera. Is it location? I got to learn the names of these functions. ChatGPT to the rescue. Can't be set to screen space. Well, that's a bummer. Hey, how's it going? Hmm. Okay, let's try that. Uh, project world to screen. Player camera is the bell location. Project world location to screen, bell location. Okay. Location. Get bell. How do I get the location of the bell? Instance editable. Instance editable. The bell's a pawn, it's not an actor. Maybe it should have been an actor, but I don't know. I gotta turn a light on, it's getting dark in here. What does that look like? Looks alright. Okay. Ugh, yeah. Bright white screen. In your trigger blueprint, create a variable of type pawn, make it instance editable in the level, select the trigger actor, and assign the bell pawn to this variable. What? Okay. Instance editable. Okay, did that. Okay. Ah, perhaps we'll figure this out. Oh, what? So I'm trying to create. I have this like diamond icon to steer the player, and I'm trying to set it up so that it's its own object, and when I interact with it, it moves to the next place I want it to go. That's what I'm trying to do. So I guess I don't really need the bell location, but it might be nice just to be able to send it to the location of an object. I'm not really sure. On movement. No, the bell's not moving. So I have the icon's moving, the bell's staying still, but I want the icon to get the bell's location and go there instead of like manually moving it. I think that would be easier. I'm maybe not, because then the next place it's going to go is to the bed. So I just wanted to get the bed location and then just say, icon moves to the bed. Maybe give it like an offset of, whatever it needs to be to not be inside the bed. Let's see. Pawn movement on. Okay, maybe that'll fix things. Why can't I put it there? I can do that. Okay. Okie dokie. Get actor transform. Woo, there we go. All right, now I think we're moving in the right direction. Get actor location. That's transform. Here we go. Get actor location. Drag from the player controller. Project world location to screen. Player controller reference. I might be overcomplicating this. Not really sure what it's trying to get me to do. So I guess maybe this goes in world position. I need to get the player controller. Player controller. Or player maybe. Okay. Okay, screen position. Call set render translation. Icon widget. Why can't I plug the widget in? It's a widget. Come on. Man. You understand? I'm not really sure that I do. Yes. Yeah, the interactive director is the icon. Yeah. Call set with the projected 2D coordinates on your icon widget, which should be this. Oh, I need the component. Nope, son of a gun. Right. Yeah. Setting the location of the widget to the object. Except I can't target the widget. I don't know why. It is in fact the widget. Okay. But the blueprint isn't a widget. So the target needs to be a widget. But I'm giving it a widget. I would have been stuck forever ago without ChatGPT. Yeah, it should. I'm thinking that the icon will move. I don't know if it's going to move the whole blueprint or not. I honestly don't know. Okay. Not a widget component, only a user widget variable. This is a variable. Ooh, it is a struggle. Have you made games yourself? Need a widget. Instead of a widget component. Hmm. How long have you been making stuff? So it needs to not be a component, it needs to be a user widget. But I can't add it. So it wants the widget. I think it wants me to bring the widget in. This is a user widget. It wants me to reference this. That's pretty good, a year. I know my problem is I like to try and bite off way more than I can chew, which might be what I'm doing here. But a bad game is better than a game you don't finish. That is, yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm getting an error, and it's saying that the blueprint isn't a widget. So I somehow have to call this. But it's being referenced here in this widget component. Set actor location node. Like that. And I'm going to set this on begin play, I guess. I don't need event tick. This looks promising. See what happens. Well, it was already positioned right there, so let me move it and see what happens. I think it worked. Awesome. Look at that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think GPT was just definitely hallucinating. It can be really awesome or just not helpful at all. So now I'm going to add an offset, right? It's a good tip. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I have. This conversation has been pretty long, so it is probably jumbling a bunch of stuff at this point. Okie dokie. So now I want to add blurp, blurp. Let's try 25. Perfect. Sweet. Look at that. I still have no clue why on game start you can see it, because it's the visibility is set off, and when you enter the volume, it's only supposed to be visible when you enter the volume. But once you enter the volume, if you leave, then it turns invisible. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm just ignoring that for now. All right, so we got that figured out. So then the next step is when I interact with the bell, I want when I interact with the bell, I want this to move. So I guess bell pressed. I'm just going to create, I think I'm just going to create a new collision. Yeah, so the icon should move to the next objective once that objective has been interacted with. That's the thinking. So I'm going to scale it up a bit. And overlap all. Actually, how did I do this? With the bell. So are you saying like if the bell's pressed, I can add something here that would send to the interactive director? Can't remember how I'm detecting it in here. First person. That's not it. Let's see. Okay, so E's pressed, it's traced. Ah, okay, so that's it. Cast to bell, bell pressed. Okay. So can I cast to the interactive director? And then call that. Hmm. Get actor of class and then cast that to the interactive director. So my first person character, it emits. Yeah, I'm not doing this the greatest way, that's for sure. I could make another line trace. I think I might just do that. Actor. That worked. Yeah, we'll just try that. Cast to interactive director. Object. Interactive director custom event. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. Move to next. Move next. Objective. Okay. Yeah, this this is gonna be kind of janky, but hopefully it'll get us the result. Okay, so if that's pressed, huh? It's just yeah, that would make more sense if I just added it after the bell rang. But I don't know, how do I reference, how do I send that to the interactive director? Okay, so that's not working. No, it's also gone. Right, that ain't working. With get actor of class. So if I say get actor class, cast to is that turn value is already interactive directory. You don't need cast interactive directory. I don't know. Let's see if anything happens. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's working. I don't need the cast. All right. Duh. Okay, I'm starting to understand the logic of Unreal Engine. So, cool. That works. Yeah. All right. So that should trigger. So then I could say get the bed. Get the transform, set the transform. And look at that. It works. It's not like a very procedural workflow because now I have to set the next object it goes to. But we're learning. Sweet. Thank you. Thanks for your help, man. Ooh, what a struggle that was. All right, so now we just got to add that same, we got to add an offset. Get actor look. Oh, let's get location. Actor location. Oh, interesting. So was it true? Location, rotation scale? Let's do 100. That bed's pretty tall. Gotcha. Well, we don't need all that. Let's see what we got. Okay. It's pretty cool. Oh, and it's gone. Okay, maybe I need to what the heck happened? I'm just gonna get rid of the visibility trigger for now because it's broken. Yes, I'm aware. Just gonna get rid of that. And now, we need to set it visible now. Yep, there we go. And it's still gone. It's set visible, but we don't see it. Oh, that might be why. There we go. Okay. So we see it. Disappears and it moves. Bed. Awesome. Awesome. That is one problem solved. Now the next thing. Oh boy. So when the player goes to sleep, we need to do a couple of things. We need to fade to black, move this door, move that light. So this should be the starting state of the door. And we want to turn that light off. And rotate this door. And turn this light off. All right, new widget. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that once it works and you feel good. Sure can take a while for it to work sometimes though. All right, cool. So we got blackout. So now we have to trigger this. when trigger sleep. Well, maybe I need to put it in here. Do they not work or? Get can create it in the bed. Can I add to the viewport in here? Oh, sweet. All right, we'll see if that works. Sweet. So we get blackout. Now, not worried about it fading for now. That'll work. That's fine. Okay. So we go to black. Get actor. What was that? Get actor of class. Oh, okay. An animation tab. Ah, look at that. Keyframes. Beautiful. Yeah, so I should, yep, look at that. Alpha. Is there a timeline? Add a keyframe for this property. Well, on the bottom. Won't let me keyframe. Hmm. I don't see anything down there. Oh, animation. Bind widgets. Animations. There we go. Sweet. Animation fade. Yep. And 0, 0 alpha should be 0. Beautiful. Sometimes things are just easy. Oh, a nice slow 2-second fade I think would be cool. Okay. Oh, I gotta set it in here maybe. There we go. There we go. So, will it play the animation or do I then... You know, different strokes for different folks, right? Alright, well, so now we have to trigger the animation. Fade. Maybe there's just a node that lets me trigger that. Huh. We have a 2-second fade on the alpha. Plays at 20 frames a second. Strange. I get fade from the widget reference. Widget. Get fade. Get fade. Oh. Okay, so we have a get fade. Pull out from play animation. Hmm. Oh, that's for a skeletal mesh. That's not what we want. Maybe just play. That's a movie sequence editor. Gosh darn it. Maybe. Is there like a widget tab? I can just widget event. Oh, context sensitive. Play animation. Oh, look at that. Thanks for that. I just thought context sensitive was never helpful, but it certainly is. All right. Is it gonna work? Ooh, look at that. Oh man, that's sweet. We now have sleep. Pretty sweet. All right. All right. So the next thing. Yeah. Now we got to move stuff around while the player sleeps. So BP wood door 4 needs to crack open. So I guess I have to get all because there's more than just one wooden door. We want number 4. Thank you so much for helping me out. I would not have. I might still have honestly been stuck on the objective marker. My goodness. Okay. We want get. And now. Do I know how to reference it as a variable? No. I don't. I don't know. Is this going to work? Yeah. So it's shut. Oh, the viewport's going to go to black. We're not going to know if it worked or not. So I need to set. How do I make this longer? Let's see, 1. Why isn't that working? Hmm. Oh, it goes to the last keyframe. Okay. I need to set another keyframe. It's just 3 seconds, and then another one. Oh, come on. Cool. Let's see what happens. Did not open. Hmm. How many doors do I have in here? Got this one, that one, and that one. Did it crack? Oh, so maybe it's actually 2 if there's only 3. It looked like it cracked that door. It did. Okay. Which is honestly kind of creepy. Yeah, so it's cracking that door. Okay. This is good. It's cracking a door. We just want it to crack the right door. Gonna look at the bathroom door. Cracked that one. Okay. Totally broke that one actually. Maybe it's 0. Well, that worked. All right. Just want it to be like -20, I guess. All right. Big test. So we're here. The door is shut. We come here. We open door. Come into here. We go to sleep. Could be on 1 game start. Oh. Ah, I see. So that worked. Then we come check it out. Oh, wow. And we want to set spotlight to intensity. I just want it to wait until the screen is black. I don't think so. Are you talking about like these variables over here? Like making a hmm. I tried to make the bell as a variable in here. Is this what you're talking about? Like make it a come in here, create a variable, and then come back over here and assign it. Gotcha. Okay. Let me try that. New variable. Light. What kind of a class is a light? Is it just a light? Very well then. So then Should be spotlight, okay. Oh, I don't need it in here. I need it in the bed. Bed. Spotlight. Spotlight. Oh, what did I do? Alright, well, maybe I just wanted it to wait 3 seconds. I guess that's not the right node for that. Spotlight, okay. Bed, spotlight. Dang it. Bed. It's just called delayed. Okay. Spotlight 2. Bang. Bang, boom. Okay. Back in here. Now we can say intensity. What is the intensity? 88. Get. Oh, okay. Right, I'm getting the light component and I'm setting the brightness on that component. I gotcha. Can't even imagine trying to script this all out in like C++ or something. Whew. That would be crazy. That would be nuts. All right. So it starts out at 0. Yeah, I think I'll do that next. So now we go to sleep. We wake up. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Now we've like got the beginnings of an actual game. There's things happening. Crazy. I never even rang the bell. That's wild. Yeah, before I tried this, like I still had in my head that like programmers are sitting there in front of text. Just thank God people created node-based programming. Oh. Okay. Let's just play through what we have. It's pretty cool. Okay. So the player's being watched. We established that, right, with these cameras. The nut room. And then maybe I leave a key in here. So this is basically a mystery game. But I do want there to be combat. So I created these dudes. The model is needs improvement, but I have these guys here that you can punch and knock over. That's pretty fun. So basically, I don't know if I wanted this to be like a stealth game, but there are these robot guys. The player is in this, like, stumbles upon this secret community of androids. Is the plot, and this is the rough model. And ChatGPT was a big help in creating this fun little ragdoll thing. But I don't want the player to come across those guys for a little while, right? Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly like so easy to make. So I made this model in Blender, right? Took it into Mixamo, had it auto rigged, then took the auto rig from Mixamo, brought it into Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine went ahead and where is it? It automatically created the collision capsules with weights and everything. Like all the physics was automatic. And then all I had to do was talk with ChatGPT to figure out how to activate the script, to activate the physics. And then added like a vector so that the direction that the line, what is it? The direction that the line comes from, that is emitted when you click the mouse button, affects the impulse, right? So the impulse is added based on the forward vector, yep, which makes a big difference. So if they hit him from over here, he falls that way. So it's fun, like the most important thing is it's like actually fun. Now, I don't know if it's very scary if your enemies are like just like these noodle people, like you hit them and they just turn into noodles. That probably takes a lot of fear out of the game. If these guys are just noodling all over the place. So I don't know. Maybe they won't noodle over the place. Because like in most horror games, you never fight the monster. You're just running from them. Yeah. But maybe this will become more of like a for fixing the like the flailing all over the place. rid of him for now. I think I should actually build this out. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But I think physics are one of the things that really makes games fun. So I want to have some physics interactions for sure, especially because it's so easy today. Like Unreal Engine just makes it so easy. It's like Highhaven. The models. TV. It's pretty good for now. Mm-hmm. Ah, let me do a USD download. Here we go. Delete that. Really? What's the humble bundle? That already feels so much better than a bunch of cubes. What's it look like? Ooh, yeah. I'll have to check that out. I want to set just the screen to be an emission, but I don't know how to do that in Unreal Engine, so I'm just gonna do it in Blender. Just gonna leave these. Well, let me take a look. I'm trying to get better in Unreal. Okay, so the texture is just a UV unwrap. So There we go. Yeah, they're modeling tools. Maybe I'm just missing some, but I don't know. They seem pretty minimal. Maybe I need to open this as a model. That's what I'll do. Yeah, what I want to do is I just want to select the faces and assign materials by face. Here we go. Is that it? Trying to not just jump into Blender because like I understand that really well. I'm trying to get more familiar with Unreal. Archived? What am I doing? Select islands. We got the island. That's cool. So we have this. Activate the transform gizmos. Okay. Achieved. Oh, okay. So is English not your first language? I had no clue. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this in Blender. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So, and while I'm in Blender, I'm going to, I guess, just model some other things in this room too. Maybe I can get a keyboard? No. Yeah, I really don't feel like modeling a keyboard. I'll make a mouse. I don't want to make a keyboard from scratch. Done. The mouse is done. Look at that. Hmm. Yeah, I've been using Blender for 7 years. So I spent a lot of time in here. I'm I have not been using Unreal Engine for very long at all. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm not good at like I said, never made a game before, so figuring out, yeah, figuring out poly count, like how, like, I've modeled stuff for still renders and like animations, so I just want it to look as good as it can look, but I don't know, like with a game, obviously it needs to run in real time. Hmm. Okay. I might have to check Nanite out. I did not want to do that. Maybe I should just. Oop, interesting. But the LODs you have to make yourself, right? Always duplicate your mesh when applying modifiers. That is. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, if they can generate that level of details, then what's Nanite really do for you? Eh, there we go. Sort of a mouse. I think it's storming outside right now. Yeah, wow. Started storming where I live. We've been getting these crazy flash storms this summer. Yeah, wow. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find a use for nanite when I keep making this thing, but let's see. Rubber. It's pretty dark. Eh. There we go. Mouse. It's a wireless mouse. I don't feel like putting in a cord. Yeah, actually though, maybe some cords would be would be good. I definitely don't want to make a keyboard. Yeah, yeah, I gotta focus more on the broad strokes right now. I'm over here just like perfecting this mouse. Somebody's gonna spend probably 0 seconds looking at that. uh, Dang, it's really storming over here. Although it might be. Yeah, so anyway, TVs with screen. Dang, it's like really coming down. Oh, did I import it? Yeah, there it is. Gray boxing. So just like not worrying about textures or anything like that. You just use the default shader and you just kind of some loud thunder just then. So no textures or anything? That gray boxing? Hmm. That makes a lot of sense actually. I'll probably have to switch that. I honestly I thought about um yeah, I thought about taking like the Schedule 1 approach. You've seen the game Schedule 1 on Steam, and I thought about making the style like that where it's just super like simple, like minimal to no textures, low poly, kind of cartoonish, but I really want to make it doesn't really fit the vibe that I wanted this to like give off. But yeah, well, I don't think that's a reason you should give up on it. Like that honestly might help push your game even more because people really liked that style. So, if you made a game that's like a similar aesthetic, people might be even more into it. Tell me about gray boxing and I'm still modeling away. I just Now I have a vision. I have a vision and I want to execute it. Hmm. Yeah, I've kind of come more from the world of like short films. I wanted to make movies and stuff, and made a bunch of short films that are on this YouTube channel, but it's uh it's a hard thing. Like really all the short films that I actually finished were not very planned out. And the ones that I got like fell super in love with, like the ideas that I fell super in love with are the ones that like never turned into anything because I got so, oh, I can do this, and oh, we could do this, and by the end of the like writing the script, I'm like, I don't even know how I would actually film this. Like, where am I going to film this? How am I going to do this thing? So it's really easy to overcomplicate things really quickly. All right, that's good for now. Back to the original thing I said I was going to do. And there we go. Yeah, it's really disheartening. So I'm trying to find a balance between like planning and actually executing. I haven't found it yet. I'll let you know when I do, but it's not been found. Oh, looks so good. And this is Eevee too. Isn't even cycles. Look at that. Oh, just throw a basic shader on the desk, make the keyboard black, turn the roughness up, down, up. I feel like the mouse is too far away. That'd be a nice still render right there, honestly. Let's see what this looks like. That's pretty sweet. I'll maybe do the render from out here, put a light. I don't know. Now I'm just making a still render. Just bear with me. I think this will look cool. Bear with me. Maybe not as cool as I thought it would. The lamp is pretty lacking in texture. Maybe the bloom will save it. It blows my mind that like this is cycles trying to render a single frame. And then how good Unreal Engine looks and it's real time. That's really what got me interested in trying to learn Unreal was how fast it renders. The bloom kind of saves it. I don't know, it kind of looks like trash. Oh man. Pretty cool. So, thanks. Yeah, this was my reference images. Going for that 70s look. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, virtual production would be super cool too. I do some visual effects and I've been trying to figure out ways to speed up the workflow, and it would be so awesome to do like an LED wall with Unreal Engine and get the camera tracking real time. Like you don't even need to do camera tracking in post because the camera is being tracked and the background's moving. You know, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so new TV model. Burnt. So this one, let's say neon. Nope, not neon. Made a material somewhere. Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing software, and it's free, which is just insane. Like one of the other softwares I was trying to learn, it's a VFX software. It's called Houdini, and Houdini is just incredible when it comes to visual effects. It's just incredible. Uh, but it's not free. They do actually have like a learner's version, which doesn't let you export. You export with a watermark. Um, and I was playing around with that, but I mean, it's kind of. I was trying to do some like car crash type stuff. I think they do have like a indie version, but I think it's still like $130 a month. It's either $130 a month or like $130 a year or something. I can't justify it. Like I don't make any money doing 3D stuff. So I kind of work. I do like video work. So I have the Adobe suite because I do make money as a video editor. So I can justify having the Creative Cloud, but it's getting ridiculously priced too. $800 a year now. But yeah, I just can't justify purchasing Houdini when I'm not making any money doing it. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly feel like I probably could be using my 3D skills for income, but I don't really work in an area they have those kind of jobs, so it would have to be remote. And I really don't know where to look. Plus, with all these AI modeling tools now, I don't know what that's going to look like in the near future. Okay. Blue emission. Am I using this somewhere else? Yeah. No? I don't think I am. Okay. I want to turn that up. I turn up. I'll just leave it like that for now. It's fine. Back to making the actual game, right? All right. Get in. Ring the bell. Okay. Clever side of what things? Bam, we see that. We open the door. And we're in this room. Hmm. Is that what you do? Do you make 3D models? Man, that texture's nice. Ooh. Just a good PBR texture goes a long way. That's incredible. Ah. So now what? So we go in here, we get creeped out. I think the player needs to see something on the screen. Needs to lead him to another location. Oh, I need to get rid of this press C to interact, so. Yeah, I like the idea of him seeing himself on the camera. Yeah, on the screen, like he was being watched. So the story really has to take place in this motel. I like the idea it's this creepy building in the middle of nowhere, but it's got a secret. So we have to go underground. Somewhere there's got to be an entrance underground. Maybe it could be this room, but what kind of doors are in here? So you're saying I could have scene texture 2D cameras? Would it be like feed from the actual game on the screens? Oh, how about this? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, so we come into here and we see something on the screen. And we see one of the androids. Maybe it's, standing at the help desk. And we turn around, but it's not there. And then we hear a sound over here in the room. We come back. I modeled this whole bathroom. We need to use it for something. Maybe the mirror is like a fake door. It's got to be some fake door. Maybe the entrance is under the bed. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, 7 years in Blender, so took some time. Yeah, I made this bathroom. I think this was like the first stream, maybe the second stream. I did slack off a little bit on some things, like the towel rod is pretty rough, but it gets the job done. Yeah, subdivision surface modifier. That's your best friend. Everything in here, except for this, has a subdivision surface on it, and the shower doors don't. But yeah. Yeah, I think I gotta work this story out before I keep going on this. So I think I'm gonna end it here. and work the story out, and then next time I'll have a plan for where this is going to go. Really appreciate you hanging out with me, man. I would have gotten stuck many times if you weren't here to help. So. Glad you had a good time. All right. Have a good one.